How you doing, everyone? And welcome to this episode of the Isaac Hayes Show, talking about life, talking about liberty, and yes, talking about the pursuit of happiness and showing everyone in the world that Cajuns do have intelligence. Hope you're having a great day. Unfortunately, running through some technical difficulties this morning, but I'm getting it done. My recording equipment is just shot, apparently. That's why we didn't have the intro on Rumble, but we do have it on YouTube, and we also have it on the other platforms that we are on. We have no one in the chat right now. We do have a like, though. That's good. I gotta give myself a like. I am doing this old school today. Very old school today. I'm doing it the way I used to do, have Rumble open and all that good stuff. Dr. Mike, I think, is still on, so we're going to wait for everyone to come in. But I hope everyone's having a good day. I know this is a shocker, ladies and gentlemen. The day I was supposed to go live on a Friday, I couldn't go live. The day that I was supposed to do a pre-record episode, I go live because of the weather. It is raining cats and dogs here in the state of Louisiana. It is cold. We have the heater on here in the studio, and it is doing very, very well. Let's see what's going on with Dr. Mike. I'm going to go pull him up on my cell phone. I'm starting to be like Wendy now. Wendy would go ahead and told me the other day she looks like I had 5 or 6 screens. So, we got another one in the chat. Let's see. Yep, so Dr. Mike's still on. We got to wait for Dr. Mike to finish up before we get a crowd. But hey, the 2 people that are in here right now, thank you that you're here. We're only live on Rumble right now. Only live on Rumble because of technical difficulties. I tried to go live on YouTube and all that good stuff. Just didn't happen today. Just didn't happen. Had to fix it all up. So it's crazy. But we have a lot of news, which the breaking news happening right now, that Donald Trump has been sentenced in the state of New York for apparently no reason. No reason. So he isn't facing criminal charges. He isn't facing anything happening to him. This is all for show. This is all for show, ladies and gentlemen. This is all for show. And okay, you can't tell me this isn't. All right? 10 days before the inauguration of President Donald Trump, they pulled this stunt. This is to make news. This is to make like that Donald Trump is this evil, bad orange man, and that he don't deserve justice. He don't deserve to be the president of the United States. All he deserves is to be labeled as a convicted felon. That's all they're pushing. They're pushing for him to be a convicted felon. And ladies and gentlemen, it needs to stop. They're trying to make Donald Trump look bad. That's what they're doing. They're trying to make Donald Trump look bad. And unfortunately, it's too late. It's too late. He's the president of the United States. And we're going to get to that in a few moments. Got to text my dad because I told him I was going to be live on YouTube. And unfortunately, man, I'm telling you, man, everything was going wrong. Everything was going wrong. I had to go old school today with StreamYard. So we're still waiting on people to show up. I know Dr. Mike sometimes likes to go long, especially on a Friday. For some reason, he likes to go long on a Friday. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. I forgot I have the little live sticker with the timer on it. And go live on YouTube. Okay. Let him know that. I put camp. I got to learn how to spell. All right, that's all done. We starting to get people in here. Dead Red Media has rated the stream. So we got Amber, we got Arma Kevin, we got Skunk, all in the chat right now. 15 and climbing, finally. All right, guys, welcome to the stream. It is old school today. I gotta be on StreamYard because of technical difficulties. I need new equipment. I need a new computer. I need all kind of stuff, but God will provide. Anyway, we were talking about Donald Trump being sentenced in New York City. Definitely not Karen is here. She said, hey, or he said, hey. I think it's definitely not Karen. That, it's not Karen. Newland my Swartz. Hello, Raid. Hey, what's up? Dr. Mike, yes, I love StreamYard. I love StreamYard too, to an extent, but I do it a different way. So Dr. Mike explained to me one time how to ingress into Rumble Studio from StreamYard, and I had to upgrade, and I had to do all that stuff. And so I decided to do everything through OBS. And for some reason, OBS was not cooperating. I had a great live stream upload speed, and OBS was just like telling me, no, we're not going to do it. We're tired. We want to resign. And I'm a little behind on updates, and the computer I have is old as, you know what? I think it came out when Moses was about to cross the Red Sea, and he bought it so he can upgrade Israel. But yeah, so it had a lot going on. But yeah, Dr. Mike, yeah, we got to go with StreamYard today. So I'm trying to get this going up. Let's see. Doing things old school today. That's what I'm doing. Johnny, let's go. Yes, let's go, Johnny. I am appreciative that y'all are here. I'm trying to use big words today. Everybody saying what's up, Minnie's in the chat, and all the normal people here. And look, I'm live today. I just said that a while ago. I was supposed to be working right now, but the good Lord wanted me into the studio today. Maybe he wants me to tell somebody about Jesus. Who knows? But anyway, let's start with everything that's going on. Again, breaking news, starting the show. Donald Trump has been sentenced in New York City. He has been sentenced. And again, this is for the hush money case against Stormy Daniels. Donald Trump was allegedly charged of giving her money to keep their alleged affair hidden from the public. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've said this before. It would not surprise me that Donald Trump did that. Donald Trump is a multi-billionaire. There's women flaunting at him all the time. He has more than one wife. There was a reason why he got divorced several times. But if you pay somebody to shut up, they should shut up. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. They need to shut up. But this lady seen where she can make money, and somehow or another it got out to the public. And they were saying this was a campaign violation, that Donald Trump paid her to shut up. Now, this is the hypocrisy on this. Hillary Clinton paid somebody to make up a story about Donald Trump pee-peeing on Obama's bed in Russia, but that wasn't a crime. Hillary Clinton did not commit a crime when she did that. She paid somebody to get dirt on Donald Trump. That ain't a crime. That's a campaign contribution. It's all legal. But Donald Trump telling someone, hey, shut up so this don't get out there, oh, that's a crime. You're trying to hide information from people. It's funny how what Hillary Clinton did was not a crime, but what Donald Trump did was a crime. But they saying that this was campaign violations, which is a federal crime, by the way. Okay, federal courts, before Alvin Bragg picked this up, said, oh, no, we're not going to do this. This is stupid. Donald Trump will not get charged. Alvin Bragg came along and said, I'll pick it up and put it in the state courts. And all this, at best, was a misdemeanor, which Donald Trump was sentenced today, what he would have got. Donald Trump goes, Alvin Bragg goes and charges him, instead of with misdemeanors, he's upped the case to felonies. And this is where we're at today. And this has been in the news all week. And look, I know about the LA stuff. Okay, I will get to the LA fires. That is my next story. This is all breaking news. I want to get my thoughts out on this as I'm going live right now. But Donald Trump didn't do nothing wrong. He's at best a misdemeanor. But Alvin Bragg brings it up. And they purposely waited to the campaign season. They purposely pushed all this to make Donald Trump look bad and hope he would lose the presidency of the United States, and it didn't work. This is why Jack Smith brought his cases out right now. This is why Fannie Willis in Georgia brought her case out right now. I talked about it in the last episode of a former senator saying, I cannot believe that Donald Trump, yes, Donald Trump, let's see this. I didn't know, they update this. Oh, sweet. Awesome if it works. Anyway, yeah, there it is. All right. But yeah, so they said, they kept making these claims. And they said, look, we wish Donald Trump would have had more, got politically more fallback from it. This was all planned. This was all planned. And this sentencing is planned as well. They said that Donald Trump, they're trying to make Donald Trump look bad, and they're trying to sabotage his presidential run. I promise you, that Congress, if it ever turns back to the Democrats, they're going to use this to impeach Donald Trump. Watch. Donald Trump's going to be impeached multiple times if the Democrat Party gets control of the House of Representatives. This is what it's all about. It's all about making Donald Trump look bad in front of the American people and telling them, hey, this is why we need to impeach Donald Trump. I'm telling you guys. Look, if you don't believe me, hey, give me some reasons why not to believe. Coco Miki said, woohoo, live. Definitely not caring. The only reason they sentence him is so he's actually now convicted. That's a good point. And look, this definitely not caring. This is going to the courts as well. This is going to the courts. The courts are going to have to go ahead and they're gonna appeal this. And if I was Donald Trump, I would. But look, this isn't the only thing that went on today, this week with Trump's legal battles. I'm surprised at the Supreme Court. When the sentence was put there, Definitely Not Karen said they have been too quiet. They have something planned. I agree with you. Now let's go on with this though. Prior to this conviction today of the sentencing, Donald Trump appealed to the Supreme Court and told the Supreme Court, hey, can you stop this? It's 10 days before my inauguration. I have a lot of stuff going on. Can you please just stop it? And the Supreme Court didn't. I was not surprised at the lower courts. The lower courts, half of them are all liberal. What gets me about the Supreme Court ruling that they could do this today is the people that Donald Trump put in office. Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, the Rhino Judge Roberts, and all the left-leaning judges voted to have this sentence done today. And guess what? Just think about it. Guess what? These people put Donald Trump. Why did they do this? And the only thing I can think of, and I could be wrong, and somebody's in the chat, they know. It's if they go ahead and say, well, we don't want to this is too controversial. We don't want to get involved. Really? You don't want to get involved? You're the Supreme Court. You're supposed to get involved. But this is the problem too. Amy Coney Barrett, Brett Kavanaugh, they're starting to prove that they are not conservative as we thought. They might be original constitutionists, but they're not acting like it. They're not acting like this. They're not acting like the conservatives that they are. It's sad. All right. Arma Kevin in the comments said they are waiting to see wanting to see him pardon himself so they can make a big deal about it, but he has no reason to pardon himself even if he doesn't get an appeal. I never thought about that. See, this is why I love the chat. This is why I love going live, because I can go ahead and read this stuff. Craig Monty said added that comment to the show comments. See if Mike runs across it. Wow, I'm gonna have to let him know. What is a felony going to hurt him? It's not like he is going to look bad on a application for a job in the future. Good point, Armor Kevin. He can't pardon himself since it's a state conviction. So definitely not Karen. It depends on the state. Georgia, you can't pardon if it's a state case, but I think New York you can. I'm not 100% sure because this is the debate that's been going on. Good point, Karen. See, Armor Kevin said, hey, good point. So, hey, we might see. But like I said, this is why I love the chat. And this is why I like going live. This is why I like going live. And this is, y'all get to see my blunders and I'm not perfect. Dr. Mike will tell you I'm not perfect. All right. But the Supreme Court doing this, I just don't understand. And look, okay, Alito and Thompson and Neil Gorsuch, they went ahead. They didn't vote for this. Trump only needed 5 votes to get this to the Supreme Court, and he couldn't even get 5 votes. Man, loyalty, I tell you, bro. If that's the kind of loyalty, I don't understand. And understand the convictions. Okay, they might have seen something. They said, well, isn't this we got to be fair. Okay, I understand. Or they seen something in the case. Now, it's going to go up to this appeal. Donald Trump's probably already going to appeal it. But like Armor Kevin said, hey, he's a convicted felon. It's not in the state of New York, so you can still vote in Florida. Because it's a state case, not a federal case. Going back to Armageddon, he asks, isn't it a federal crime? And Skunk all asks the same thing. It's a Fed charge, isn't it? So it was until Alvin Bragg took it and made it a state case. If you remember the beginning of this is why they were having the debate. Can Alvin Bragg do this? But also this week, AG Merrick Garland intends to release special counsel Jack Smith report on Trump's election. This happened early in the week as well. I'm going to get all Donald Trump's legal stuff before we get to L.A. The Supreme Court blocked this case. We talked about this last week, how they blocked this and they told A.J. Garland, hey, you can't do this. But A.G. Garland, Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, says, I don't care what the Supreme Court says. I'm going to do it anyway. He says he's going to release the first volume, not the second volume. Now, Donald Trump's team's already got these special reports, and they're like, we don't want this release. For their reasons, I don't know, but they don't want it released. And the Supreme Court agreed with Donald Trump and said, you know what? Hey, you can't do that. But Merrick Garland, not caring what he's going to do, what's going to happen, he's out the door anyway. Guess what? He's going to go ahead and do it anyway. And this is wrong. But when I thought about this, when I saw this article, it's funny. If this was a Republican, just think about it. If this was a Republican doing this, a Republican AG, I'm trying to think the lady's name for Trump's AG, if she would do this in the future. Supreme Court tells her, nope, you can't go ahead and do that. And guess what? She does it anyway. Can you imagine what you're going to hear on the media? Defying the law. I can't believe they're making up the law. No one's above the law. But these people are doing it. The Supreme Court says, nope, you cannot release it. And Merrick Garland's like, I'm going to release it anyway. Screw you, Supreme Court. See the hypocrisy in this? Armageddon said, true grammar. So let's see, because we have some people talking about he can't vote as a felon, a federal felon, if I'm not mistaken. But if his state, see, that's a whole nother debate too. Could he vote in Florida? Could he vote in? That was all a debate a while back. Let's see. But they charged him at the state level after shaking a whole bunch of crap on top to elevate it to a felon. True, I mentioned that earlier. I had it backwards, Skunk. That's okay, Skunk. We forgive you. We're a forgiving show. It was already too late to charge him in the first place, and they changed up crap to make it happen. That's true. That's true. The true grammar. So that's what it is. I thought you was talking about my grandma, Armageddon. I thought that's what you was talking about. The Federal Election Commission declined to prosecute it federally. Then Fat Alvin Bragg changed it to New York State. True. That is true. Isaac is spot on about the impeachments. Skunk, I'm right. They're going to go after him. Donald Trump is not, and this is why they're trying to bring this out too, okay? That brings out a good point on Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland's trying to release this report. So if the Democrats would, unfortunately, get the House of Representatives in 2026, they're going to start the impeachment process, and they're going to bring out this report. They're going to bring out Alvin Bragg's conviction. They're going to bring out Fani Willis. Fani Willis is done, but they're still looking into this election interference. They're doing all this. This is all to push impeachment on Donald Trump. All right, so kind of like how they changed the law to make it so Jean Carroll could come out with her allegations again. That's a good point. Armageddon. So, but yeah, that's what's going on. Donald Trump has been sentenced. Definitely not. Karen said, I think they will try to use the 14th Amendment because he's not a felon. Well, so he's not a felon in a federal court, but he now, because of this charge, remember, you have to be sentenced to be labeled a felon. And this is why they hurried up and did this 10 days before he's inaugurated, for the Democrats can go on TV and say, I cannot believe we let a convicted felon be president of the United States. There's a lot to play in here. They are playing. They're playing for keeps. They're playing for keeps. So let's see. Go ahead. Let me find that comment first. Let's see if I can find it. Because Wendy is in the chat. I want to see if this works. Yeah, there it is. Look, follow Wendy's advice. Like, follow, and share. See, Wendy, I got you some publicity right here. Like, follow, and share, everybody. We need this. Wendy, my good friend, Wendy Wild, also moderating the chat this morning. I'm giving her some exposure. See, I didn't know you can do this now on StreamYard. I might have to come to StreamYard more often. Hey, exclusive live stream on Rumble, and we release the podcast after on the podcast networks and on YouTube. Nobody watch on YouTube anyway. My Rumble people are my main audience. My main audience is the Rumble people. Thank you, Whitney, for moderating the chat while I ramble and talk to you guys. All right, let's talk about L.A. Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening in L.A. is a sham. It's evil. Gavin Newsom, the stupid mayor of Los Angeles, needs to go. They need to get fired. And look, my brother's been bringing this up to me. And I thought about having my brother on. He's off today too because of the weather. This is something, when you work in the dirt and you work with flowers, you can't work in the rain. And I thought about having my brother on, but we had technical difficulties. So I'm glad I didn't ask him, because I think he would have been interested in talking about this. But what's happening in Los Angeles with these fires are horrible. People are losing their homes. People are losing memories. I heard Dan Bongino say this the other day. He said that people will not be able to get back certain memories, and they're not going to go ahead and they won't be able to restore things they lost. But I see a bigger, and I understand Dan Bongino's point, but this is politicians pushing policies that don't make sense. This is failed political leadership. Why do I say that? Because you hear a lot of stories about these fires. They could have contained them. I heard Dr. Mike on his show earlier say this. There's firefighters that are hooking up their hose to hydrants, and there's no water there. And these fires are spreading. And look, pray for the people of Los Angeles. Pray for the people of California with all these storms. The winds are kicking, their butt right now, and it's spreading these fires. People are losing their homes. It's just not movie stars. It's regular people. You have these people that are wondering what's going on, and you have the mayor of L.A. just a few months ago cut the fire department's budget. I have a story. From Fox News, LA fires sounded alarm on budget cuts impacting wildfire response. The memo. The LA Fire Department chief warned a month ago that a near $18 million budget cut had plugged into unprecedented operational challenges, which would harm its ability to respond to large-scale emergencies like wildfires. The chief of the fire department in Los Angeles went to the mayor and said, "You cutting our budget is going to hurt us." Now, look, in God's name, what political leader would cut the fire department when California is known for wildfires? What dumb, stupid idiot would do that? This woman did. At the same time, this woman is trying to save a fish. They could open spillways. They can get water to people. But because of an endangered fish, they don't want to push it. A fish. Do you tell me? You're telling me that these stupid, idiotic people, and I'm sorry I'm yelling, chat, but hey, I got to let this out. You're telling me these stupid, ignorant son of a guns are really going to care about a dang fish more than human life? I told my dad this morning, screw that fish. But this is how much these people are backwards. Gavin Newsom I'm not exempting him from this either. Donald Trump is criticizing this man that could override the mayor of Los Angeles, but he chooses not to. Oh, Donald Trump's making this political. No, Donald Trump is telling the truth, and you don't like it. For a doggone stupid fish, you're going to lose, at the time of this recording, in this live stream, 10 have died. They're probably going to find more. There's some people, they don't know where to go for a doggone stupid fish. We gotta cut the fire department. Cut the fire department and wanted to. Why couldn't you defund something else? Like the funding for the fish? Oh, we can't do that? My dad made a point this morning too. Got to talk with my dad a little while, drink some coffee with him. No, it was last night he told me this. He said, you know, this is the ironic thing about this whole situation. They're caring for a fish, mind you. But these are the same people that are gonna push abortion up to the 9th month. You see the hypocrisy in this? They want to save the fish, but not save human life. I think I'm convinced the Democrat Party don't care about human life until it's election time and they need the vote. A fish, man. Come on, bruh. A fish. And Skunk said it the best way. Screw that fish. Skunk, I had to put you on there, bro. I could hashtag screw the fish. Let's make that trend on X and Facebook. People are gonna be like, where did that term come from? Screw the fish. And we say, go to the Isaac Hayes Show. If you haven't liked the show yet, please hit the show. Wendy says, I love y'all. We love you too, Wendy. Mike Calderese is in the chat. Mike, you liking me yelling? Is that why they started the DEI in the fire department so they could pay them less? True. Someone who defunded police in high crimes areas. That's another good point. JJRSVI. DEI idiots will cause people to die. True. If you spell DEI right, you will spell die. Just saying. Green Grandma. Not only that they sent all supplies, equipment to Ukraine. Now that's an issue too. We will be talking about Ukraine hopefully in a little while. Supposedly they can use ocean water to fight the fires because the salt is bad for the vegetarian. You know what else is bad for vegetarian? Fires. Definitely not carrot. I love you guys. Y'all guys are amazing. So we got, hey, thank y'all guys. Gifted 5 subscriptions to the Isaac Hayes Show. Thank you, Whitney, for giving that. And Craig, Monty, Skunk, Arma Kevin, and Johnny and Mini Ball got those subscriptions. Thank y'all guys for helping us out with the subscriptions. Dark Isaac. Okay, I'm usually called Angry Isaac by Scott Ford, my good friend, which told me the other day he's going to be putting some more shows out. He's probably listening to the podcast right now. Scott, can't wait for that show. We can't wait to add you to the part of the family, the Rumble family here. I love Dark Isaac. Everybody's saying Dark Isaac. So that's my new nickname, Dark Isaac, when I get mad. Cool WB. Thanks. Everybody's thanking Whitney for the 5 subscriptions. Whitney, thank you for handing those out as well. The Dark Isaac. The Dark. Scott, do you like that? Scott, text me when you hear this. Dark Isaac, Angry Isaac, or Dark Isaac. Don't matter. I'm both the same. But no, I just a doggone stupid fish. I got to show that back on the screen again. Look, let's make this trend, guys. Go on X and screw that fish. Skunk, thank you, bro. Thank you for doing that. Screw that fish. Yes. Some people might think Dark Cajun. Boy, look, boy, y'all coming up with some good comments. It's making me laugh. Amber May giving us the sirens. Yes, green sirens. Amber, what's happening? All right, guys. So let's get out of the wildfire. Let's go keep Los Angeles in prayer. My brother asked me this too early, and I said, look, I just think some people in California are that stupid. He asked me, Isaac, how can these people vote for this? And he said it. He said, look, either people are that stupid in California or it's rigged. And I hate to call people that stupid. It just look, come on. He should have lost I forgot what they call that, the recount thing, or trying to remove him out of office. Elder should have won that. Larry Elder should have won that race. But you know what? They didn't. People overwhelmingly voted for Gavin Newsom. People overwhelmingly voted for this nut mayor of Los Angeles. They voted for this, and our politician ain't doing nothing. You put them in there because they're more worried about DEI. They're more worried about a doggone fish. Look, if you're in California, I hope I'm not offending you, but I hope I am offending you to the truth. You let these people rule your state. You let these people rule your counties. And then you see what they're doing. There's a video Dr. Mike showed earlier of a woman asking the governor, why don't we have water in the fire extinguishers? Why don't we have water in the fire hydrants? Why ain't the what? And I'm on the phone with the president. Well, oh, you're on the phone. Let me talk to the president. I've been trying to call him. Oh, he had to change his lie. These people, I'm sorry, they're stupid. And guess what? You people in California, you voted for that. I'm sorry. All right. Spicy Cajun. Definitely not Karen says. I saw something about the, I think it was Armor Kevin that said something about my accent. Where's it at? Let's see. Yeah. You aren't dark enough for the name that comes to mind with the Cajun accent. I don't know. Save the smelt, let the citizens burn, promote endless killing of fetuses, but you know the children. Yeah, Greg Monte, you're right. I said that earlier. The ironic thing about this, hey, let's save the fish, but let's not save the baby that's inside the womb. How many of those voters were actually breathing? Definitely not caring. Good point. His phone screen was black as he said he was on the phone with Biden. Definitely not caring. I didn't go into that much detail of it, but yeah, he was lying. He was lying. I have a dark Cajun friend named Alan. I'm just gonna say Alan. All right. So guys, something funny happened the other day with wrong Biden. Nope. Armor Kevin. Oh, somebody laughing at Armor Kevin. Well, you get a lot of screen time today. All right, so let's talk about Jimmy Carter's funeral. I got to see a little bit of this yesterday, just scrolling down and seeing a little bit. And I got to the point where they were at the cathedral. And Wendy said, "Nice save, Isaac." I know, I was about to say it, Wendy. I was like, I don't know. I'm a Christian man. I can't do that. His lips are moving. He's lying. Talking about Gavin Newsom, Coco Mickey, and when she saw that he said he couldn't get through LA dark. Yeah, he lied. He lied. Gavin Newsom lied. All right, going back to Jimmy Carter's funeral. Now, look, Jimmy Carter was a very old president. He was the 39th president, and agree or disagree with the president that has died. You should always respect a fallen leader of our country. That's how I feel. Okay, you don't hide the fact. You know, the media does this all the time. When someone that passes away and they're real fond of them, they will not talk about the harm they did. Jimmy Carter was not a good president. He was not a good president whatsoever. Okay, Jimmy Carter led us into high inflation, led us into countless wars. We lost ambassadors, not ambassadors. Those places that we own in other countries. I don't know why I'm saying assembly. It's not assembly. It's come on, Jad, help me out. It's where our ambassadors live at. The embassies. I got it. Yes, the embassies. Jimmy Carter lost embassies. Jimmy Carter, again, high gas prices. It was real bad. Thank you, Green Graham. I was trying. It's the embassy. It's in the morning, bro. It's in the morning. Anyway, but these embassies, he lost the embassy. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? He sounds like another president we had too recently. Joe Biden. Joe Biden lost embassies. He high inflation. Territories, Amber May says, Iranian hostages, Greg Monte. Yeah. So, you know, Jimmy Carter has a lot in common with Joe Biden. Now, I think Joe Biden's way worse than Jimmy Carter, but Jimmy Carter was not a good president. I don't care what you could say. Look, after he got out of office, he did some real good things. He had charities and stuff like that. I will give him credit on that. But as a president of the United States, he just stunk. He was bad. And, But he was still a president of the United States. And if you respect the office of the president of the United States, when someone passes away of this magnitude, you have to respect them. And I like how they get all the former presidents and they put them in the front row and everything like that. But Jimmy Carter's funeral was not the top story on the 9th of January, Thursday. It wasn't. You know what was the top story of the funeral? Was Obama and Donald Trump chatting it up, while all the rest of the people, all the other former presidents, didn't even want to acknowledge Donald Trump. Joe Biden didn't acknowledge Donald Trump. Kamala Harris didn't acknowledge Donald Trump. George Bush passed right over Donald Trump. I thought Donald Trump and George Bush were Republicans, and George Bush is always, I respect the office of the president of the United States. Apparently not too much, because you just passed over the president-elect, but he was real quick to go shake the hands of Al Gore and Mike Pence. Same thing with Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. Didn't even acknowledge Donald Trump. Didn't even acknowledge Obama, really. But we know that the Clintons and the Obamas are not real good friends. But you had all these people just ignored Donald Trump, but one didn't, and that was Barack Obama. Now, I do not agree with Barack Obama on a lot of things, but at least Barack Obama engaged with President-elect Donald Trump, and they were having conversations. They probably was agreeing on a few things because they were both nodding their head, yes, you know. And that broke the news. I can't believe it. Donald Trump and Obama, I thought they went ahead and they hated each other. I thought they went ahead and they why ain't they fighting at this funeral? Now, if this would have happened, they wouldn't have blamed Obama. If they would have been starting to duke it out, you know, doing like Rocky Balboa and I can't think of the, I'm just going to say Mr. T, battling it out in the ring at this funeral. Oh, Donald Trump incited violence. And Obama wouldn't have did nothing. I'm just saying. But look, props to Obama and to Donald Trump. Yes, they don't like each other. Yes, they have said things, but at least they were at a funeral. They put politics aside and they just had a nice conversation. Better than the other baboons that were sitting on the right of all of them. Donald Trump and Obama talking it up and having a good time. I know it's at a funeral, but I'm just saying they're talking up and yeah, Bush. Look, and Mike Pence did shake Donald Trump's hand, but you can tell that Mike Pence could not stand Donald Trump in his presence. And I understand January 6th and all that stuff. He feels a certain way about Donald Trump, but the rest of the baboons that were sitting on the right hand side of him didn't even acknowledge Donald Trump. There's a video out there of Kamala Harris looking aside to go talk to Obama, and she sees he's talking to Trump. She turned away, and look, she's like, I can't believe he's talking to the red-headed convicted felon. I'm just saying. And look, again, I will say this: props to Donald Trump and Obama for putting their differences aside at a funeral and having a cordial conversation. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Look, I don't know all Obama's intentions and whatnot, but that's how politics used to be back in the day. Okay? This is why the Republicans and the Democrats could work during the Clinton years. The Republicans saved the Clintons. I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody labeled Bill Clinton as this great American president, but he wasn't. President Clinton was saved by the Republicans because Neil Gorsuch. Just making that point. Just making a point out there. The Republicans say, because Bill Clinton's first few years was horrible. And when Republicans there was a reason why Republicans won and held it all his term. Bill Clinton did something that Joe Biden didn't do. Say, look, I'm going to go work with the other side and we're going to push policies. And guess what? He got reelected for it. Oh, he was a great president. No, it was the Republicans that helped him become a great president. But going back to my point, back in the 90s and early 80s, Republicans and Democrats used to talk, and they used to be cordial. Yeah, they disagree with each other, but if they were not talking politics, they would be cordial. But we're not seeing that today. And we're not seeing that with all the Democrats that were sitting in that area either. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the chat, because there's a lot going on. I started up a firestorm here. Okay, so we got 42 people in the chat. We need to get that like number up. So Joe Biden said he could do better than Jimmy Carter. That was Armageddon. He didn't. He did worse. Usually that word isn't nice. I don't know what word. Part of the Carter infirmity in the creation of Communist Department of Education. True. He bent our country over royalties. Yep. And Biden is just as bad in all aspects. Greg Monty, I've been saying that worst president Biden, second worst president is Jimmy Carter. Yeah, who cares that he has a great grandfather as the whole world's in flames? Grandma, I'm trying to remember. Carter definitely not care. Carter spent 4 years trying to figure out if butt cheeks is one word. He's just wow. Okay, whoo. President-elect President Trump, true. Obama and Trump agreed. Big Mike has a package. Okay. So when Obama was smiling at Trump, leaned over and whispered, "What did Trump say?" I'm not gonna repeat that. friendly show, guys. Friendly show. I still know you weren't. I still know you weren't born in America. Hey, look, he could have been. They could have been laughing at that. I don't know, but. Great chat, guys. Great show, Isaac. Hit that like button. Thank you, Amber. Table dying. Be right back. Tablet dying. Oh, it's a table. Table. What a table. All right. So, but we have a lot. Yeah, we got a lot in the chat right now. Okay. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty neat to bring up. Yeah, the big story. Donald Trump and Barack Obama talking. All right, let's move on to the next story. Get my iPad ready to go. Wrong button. Yeah, so this happened this week. I really wanted to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about Ukraine. Daily Caller went ahead and wrote a story. Hope I can get it. The internet's acting up here for some reason. Let's turn this off. And let's get this story up. Heck on it. I'm just going to go ahead and read it. Biden confirms Anthony Fauci may get a preemptive pardon. There you go. Biden going to go ahead and trying to get Anthony Fauci a pardon. This is also going to Adam Zinksinger and to Liz Cheney. President Joe Biden confirmed in an interview with USA Today that he is considering preemptive pardons for Dr. Fauci and former Republican Liz Cheney, following Biden's decision to pardon his son Hunter after months of insisting he would not do so. Political reported that the president was considering pardon those he thinks President-elect Donald Trump may target, including Fauci, Cheney, Democrat California Adam Schiff. Biden told USA Today that he has not made a decision, which probably means he already did, on whether or not he will pardon them in his last 12 days in office, and that it depends on why Trump and who Trump appoints to his cabinet. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this about pardons. I'm not against him pardoning somebody for doing a crime, okay? And if it's justified, okay? Like Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden should have went to jail, okay? Pardons are normally for people that have been accused of a crime and there's evidence that they didn't do the crime, and the Justice Department or the justice system says, hey, we have enough evidence to keep him in jail. The president comes and pardons and says, oh, we're going to go ahead and pardon him because we felt that he was justly he was unjustly found guilty. That's what a pardon's for. But Hunter Biden admitted he did things wrong. He admitted that he done things that were not right. Definitely Not Karen said just like he wasn't going to pardon Hunter. True point. He said, I ain't gonna pardon Hunter. I don't want to pardon Hunter. Yeah, he did. So JJRSVI, my post was little more political for Isaac than Craig Monty. True point. I guess. I don't try to say certain words because my religious faith or my faith. Let's just say, why wouldn't he need to pardon those people if they haven't committed a crime? I was about to bring that out, okay, Armor Kevin, too, because I was talking about pardons and what they for. But Hunter Biden went ahead and admitted to everything he did. And still, Joe Biden pardoned him. Now, going back to Armor Kevin's point, and I was about to get there. If they didn't do nothing wrong, why pardon them? Okay, this is preemptive pardons, meaning that if they may have done something wrong, they got a pardon. I think this is something that Congress needs to look at with these pardons going forward. They need to put something in the Constitution saying you cannot pardon a person for crimes they may have committed. That's what they need to do. This whole thing, and I understand the founding fathers why they did this, but come on, you're giving a pardon for something they might have done. That means they probably done something you know about and don't want them to be brought to justice. And look, if Biden does this, Biden is going to do this the day before inauguration or the day of inauguration. He's going to tell Donald Trump, hold on, I got to be right back. Anyway, and walk off, and Donald Trump's like, where he's going? He's going to go in the Oval Office and hurry up and sign that pardon and say, I pardon Liz Cheney and pardon Adam, what's his name? Anyway, Fauci. That's probably what he's going to do. It's going to be the day of inauguration, the morning of, or it's going to be the day before. He's going to do this because they did something. Okay, if he's saying we're going to pardon them, they did something to help him out, and he's repaying them. This is why he gave Liz Cheney that medal. This is why he gave Hillary Clinton the medal. This is why he gave all these people, George Soros, the medal. He's trying to pay back what they did to help him get into office and pay him back for what they tried to get Kamala Harris in office. That's what I feel they did. He's repaying them, and guess what? He's probably going to pardon them. They probably did something wrong. This is why he's giving them a pardon. Let's go to the chat. Let me go this way. Let me see. I saw one. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the chat. I'll try to clean it up next time, but I can't make such guarantees. Hey, Greg Monte, look, hey, that's all good. As long as Whitney don't go ahead and remove you from the chat, I'm fine. So, and I don't think she will. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to. Just like he wasn't going to park. Yeah, we talked about that. Just call me Frank. Craig Monty said. Yeah, we'll call you Frank. Why would he need to pardon those if they haven't committed a crime? Or Kevin would put that earlier. Pardon those people would just prove guilt. Coco, I said that just a few minutes ago, and you're right. I agree with you on that. As far as I'm aware, you can't blanket pardons in advance for charges not leveled yet, not positive, but that's my understanding. Well, the way that they're doing that, hey, you haven't been charged yet, but we'll just give you a pardon anyway. In case you get charged down the line, we can pardon you. Oh, excuse me. Pardons don't cover treason. Good point. Let's see. They never specific that they probably thought, why would anyone preemptively pardon someone? Talking about the founding fathers. I think that too. Okay, look, there's a lot of things the founding fathers did in the Constitution that I'm like, why didn't they do it? I don't think they thought people would be this evil, in my humble opinion. Okay, so Craig, according to the DOJ website, a president can pardon for anything but treason. It doesn't say anything about being charged or not yet. If the pardons, this is Coco, if he pardons them, can we just exile them? I don't know. They said he can't stand trial because of mental deficiency. How could he pardon anyone or act in any other official capacity? Good point. I've been waiting on that. I've been asking Democrats that too. Hey, he couldn't stand for trial, but he could run for president. Just like haters going to hate, multi's gonna multi. Good point. All right, so Whitney Wild giving us some moves right there. All right, so let's go on to the next story, which is probably gonna fire y'all guys up. I'm live today, so I might go a little long. If y'all have to go to other shows, I understand. Because I believe Handy's on today, right, Whitney? And we're gonna go raid Handy in a little bit. Biden approves $500 million Ukraine security package 11 days before Trump takes office again. Once again, we can't supply food and water to hurricane victims. We can't help. Apparently, we can't help California. We try to give them aid for the fires, but they find money to send to Ukraine. It just don't make sense. Biden administration on Thursday announced an additional $500 million of military aid to Ukraine and security package rushed out the door before President-elect Donald Trump takes office. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin met with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky for the final time at Ramstein at Air Base in Germany, where he made the announcement Both officials used the occasion to urge the incoming Trump administration to continue to support Kiev's fight against Russia. This is the problem. This is okay, first off, you're not hearing that much about Russia and Ukraine no more. But there's a reason. There is a reason why Zelensky's still getting money from Joe Biden. I think Zelensky has something on Joe Biden, and he don't want it to be released. So every time they need money or Zelensky needs a new yacht, he calls Joe Biden and says, "Hey, I need money." And Joe Biden's like, "It don't look good if I give you more money, right? Oh, but I got them dirty pictures. Lloyd, send some money to Ukraine." It's amazing me. It amazes me. I don't know what Zelensky has on Joe Biden. But this is the problem too. Again, America don't have no more money. But we find money to go ahead and give to Ukraine all the time. It's ridiculous. And look, I'm tired of my taxpayer dollars going to Ukraine to fight a war that we're not involved with. Oh, Isaac, hold on. With the uranium and then this and then that. Well, okay, I don't care about the uranium and all that. This is not our war. Okay, I understand the security issues with it. But we've spent so much money on this war. It's shameful. This shouldn't be done. And again, why are they trying to do this right before Donald Trump gets into office? Because Donald Trump's going to stop this madness. Because Joe Biden don't think America first. He thinks America last. I just don't understand this. So Whitney said, much clearer picture with StreamYard. I'm gonna have to find a way to where I can stream to YouTube and all that stuff from OBS. Do everybody like StreamYard better? Right now I'm enjoying this, and I got 3 screens open. Just call me JJR is okay. JJR, great. JJR, this is your first time listening to the show? Because I haven't seen you in the chat before. And if it is, glad to have you. Glad to have you. Hit that like button for me, please. FEMA will find money for LA because of all the high-profile liberals there. That's a good point. Tried to get Dr. Mike to do it live, but... Oh, that's talking about... Here for the entire show, Isaac. Got to take advantage of the live. Thank you, Skunk. I appreciate you. Yeah, he starts in like 6 minutes. Armor Kevin, yeah, Handy, I know you go watch Handy. And tell him I'm coming. Tell him I'm coming. It's just going to be a little while. I want to get all these stories today. She likes to move. Yeah, we're talking about Wendy. Yeah, Wendy does a good time. 5.9 billion more for Ukraine on the way out for Biden. 1 billion to Africa just after the hurricane destroyed North Carolina. See the difference? I'm glad Craig Monty brought that out. Almost $6 billion to Ukraine. And we're griping that we can't support our citizens. And look, going back to the point of Los Angeles, caring more about a fish than our citizens. Caring about other citizens more than our citizens. Caring about illegal immigrants that are coming over and affecting our citizens. And look, funny I'm talking about that. Let's go right into that. I'm glad this passed. And thanks to several Democrats for allowing this to happen, the Lincoln-Riley Act passed yesterday as well. The Lincoln-Riley Act defeated the legislative filibuster after a preceding vote on Thursday, amassing more than 60 votes to advance it to the final vote. The measure still passed the filibuster by a margin of 84-9. Democrats who voted against it was Senator Cory Booker, I'm trying to think of the New Jersey Democrat. Listen, Mizzy Hirosno, Dr. Mike Alderese, Kelly, y'all got to do something about your senator. Hawaii, Andy Kim, Ed Markey from New Jersey, another New Jersey senator. Massachusetts, Jeff Markley, Bernie Sanders, and Brandon Schultz, another Hawaii senator, Tina Smith, and Democrat Elizabeth Warren, and Democrat Mass. The immigration bill will quickly reintroduce into the new Congress by Senator Katie Britt of Alabama in the Senate and Republican Mike Collins from Georgia in the House once the new Congress begin. So this bill is put through. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 stupid, idiotic, dumb Democrats voted against this bill. And look, credit to all the Democrats that pushed this through. I'm hoping that this does not go to President Joe Biden's desk. I hope they wait for Donald Trump to sign it. They need to wait the Senate to that. Amber May said it should have been a unanimous vote. Yeah, Amber, it should have been, but we got dumb, idiotic, stupid Democrats that care more about illegal immigrants than our own citizens. And going to the point, like I said, about Ukraine, that's why I tied these two together. Democrats care more about Ukrainian citizens than our own citizens. They're caring about illegal immigrants more than our citizens. They're caring more about a fish than our own citizens. Do you get the picture right here? The Democrat Party does not care about the American citizen. They care about money and they care about power. And look, there's bad people on both sides. I will give people that. There's bad people on both sides. But I need to watch out. The chat's probably going to blow up. Oh, he's quoting Donald Trump from South Carolina. I'm sorry. I had to throw that in. But the Democrats do not care. They do not care about the American citizens. None whatsoever. They care about their money and they care about their power. And by hook or crook, they're going to keep both. And Amber, it should have been unanimous vote. These Democrats should have voted for this. But them doing that just show their true colors. And they've been showing their true colors for a while. Rand Paul's 2024 festive report, border security for progressive. I can't say that. I made that. Sorry. Messed up on the word. Cocaine rats and drag queen ice skating, Washington Examiner. I seen that report. I don't know why I didn't report on that. Probably something else came. They all need to be outed publicly. True. Illegals have representatives in Congress. U.S. tax-paying citizens have none. That is a good point. So R. McKevin says later. So we're gonna go ahead and you have a good day. We're gonna I have to show that Wendy. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna show. Yeah, because of like, follow, subscribe, share, and subscribe, repost. Yes, I'm thinking about reposting this thing at night. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna see what happens. Some changes might be coming. I'm thinking about doing some other stuff. We will make those announcements if it happens. But yeah, so this bill passed. It was great. And look, I want to give props to John Featherman because John Featherman helped put this through. John Featherman was the first Democrat to say, look, I'm going to vote for it. And I think that opened the floodgates for a lot of people. And look, this is common sense legislation, okay? If a legal immigrant does something wrong, like a theft, they have the right to deport them and push the law on them. That's what I don't understand. Okay, most people will go ahead and say, "Oh, well, we have to go ahead and we have to protect these." No, if they do something wrong, the full extent of the law. This is also another thing too. Okay, I want to make this point: an American citizen does something wrong, they're gonna go to jail. They're gonna get the full extent of the law. But a legal immigrant does something wrong, no. Look, come on, you had a man that faced trial in Daniel Penny for I don't know how many years for protecting people. If that was an illegal immigrant, do you honestly think they would have had a trial like that? I'm just making that point. All right, JJR, Isaac's voice, candid and tone actually sounds like the Surge. Larry Elder, I think Isaac should be the Cajun Surge. I can see T-shirts now. JJR, the Cajun Surge. I like that. What does repost do? Well, so what repost does, if you hit repost, it will show it like it's premiering again, but on your channel, and all you people can go ahead and watch it, skunk. It's real neat. I'm glad they added this, and I got a gift from Whitney the other day of having a green check mark, and I haven't played with it too much yet with all the benefits of having a green check mark, but I need to go check it out because I'm probably going to start using it. You can repost. Repost puts the link on your own channel too. Good. Yeah, that's what it does. So, I said Surge. I mean Sage. I apologize. I need more coffee. I'm out. I'm getting close to the end. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about John Featherman. We were bringing him up a while ago. John Featherman set to meet with Trump at Mar-a-Lago, and I think Democrats are foaming at the mouth that he's going to do that. This is another Joe and Mika scenario. You know, Democrats are not supposed to meet with Donald Trump. They're supposed to rule the country, but they together, but they can't meet and they can't discuss things. But John Featherman confirmed he will meet with President Trump ahead of the pharma and upcoming presidential second inauguration on January 2nd. President Trump invited me to meet, and I accept. I'm the senator for all Pennsylvanians, not just Democrats in Pennsylvania. Featherman told Fox News on Thursday. I've been clear that no one is my gatekeeper. I will meet with and have a conversation with anyone if it helps me deliver for Pennsylvania and the nation. He added, a source familiar with the meeting told Fox Digital it will take place over the weekend at Mar-a-Lago. It will be the first known meeting between Trump and the sitting Democrat senator at Mar-a-Lago. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you, John Featherman, yeah, he does have an agenda. I think he's trying to stay in office. He shouldn't have been senator to begin with the stroke and everything. But he's going to be the next Joe Manchin. I'm telling you guys, watch. He's going to be the next Joe Manchin. He's going to throw a monkey wrench into all the Democratic systems or the Democratic opposing of Donald Trump. He's going to help Donald Trump. Why? Because Pennsylvania was very, very close, and he don't want to lose his Senate seat. This is all political. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is all political, and look. If this helps Donald Trump, great. I'm glad John Featherman. He's smarter than a lot of other Democrats. At least he's trying to work with Donald Trump. Again, going back to the old style of politics of working together. So, Wendy, can you check my page to see if repost works, please? Yeah, talking about just like YouTube. Yes, sir, it worked. So definitely not Karen. Did you repost this? If you did, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've tried to repost. Nothing happened. It only activates for premier accounts. Isaac ain't wrong. Feather. Joe Manchin. Yeah, equals Joe Manchin. I agree with you. Like I said, he's going to be the next Joe Manchin. I've been saying that. He's going to be the next one that's going to throw a monkey into everybody's wrench. All right. But yeah, that's happening this weekend. Democrats are not happy with it. Again, Donald Trump was sentenced with no penalties. Hey, you're a convicted felon. You should go to jail. But we're not gonna do it. That's what they did. All right. I saw this the other day, and I was this is a pretty good bill, and I'm a Second Amendment guy. There's this book. I know we usually promote Fauci's fiction and vaccine fiction, which I have not gotten yet, and Dr. Mike is probably mad at me. But they got this book right here called the Second Amendment by David Burton. Go check that out. Got some real good things. I like how he says it. If you want to know the Founding Fathers met when they put a bill into the Constitution or they wrote the Constitution, you go read what they did. And I agree that everybody should be able to carry a firearm. And the reason I say that is because we have some people, they go ahead and like, oh, we need to take away certain guns away. No. If you're a felon, I do agree with that. If you're a felon, you've broken the law, you lose your rights. Okay? If you're convicted correctly. Okay? Because like Donald Trump, a lot of Democrats will go, Donald Trump's a convicted felon. No, that was all political. But if you did a crime, you should lose some of your rights. And like I said, we have to make sure you did the crime. This is why we have an appeal process and all. But the Founding Fathers wanted people to bear arms. Why? Because they thought it was our God-given right to protect ourselves. This is the Second Amendment. And John Carmack from Texas, I don't agree with John Carmack too much, but I like his bill that he introduced into the Senate. He introduced a bill Thursday that will allow constitutional carry license holders to carry their guns in any state. The bill titled the Constitution Concealed Carry Replication Act will compel states to recognize constitutional carry permits for all states as a valued certification to carry a concealed firearm, according to the bill. A bill similar bill was proposed in the House in 2023 by Republican North Carolina Representative Richard Hudson, with widespread Republican support, with a Republican majority in both chambers, only blustering the law likelihood to pass. President-elect Donald Trump has also voiced support for the law on the campaign trail. So basically what it is, like Louisiana, we're a constitutional carry state. We don't need a constitutional concealed permit. But if I would get a concealed permit and go to California, they can't tell me that I'm breaking the law. See, right now, that's how it is. And I like this bill. I think this is a common sense bill. If you go ahead and get a concealed carry permit here in Louisiana, and go to California, you can go to jail because they're not a constitutional carry state. You have to go through that process of getting a concealed carry permit. I like this bill. I think this bill is spot on, and it should pass. It should pass. Will it pass? Probably not, because they're going to filibuster it in the Senate. Remember, this is the whole thing too about the filibuster. Just a side note: Democrats want to end the filibuster when they're in power, but when they're not in power, they think this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, so they can stop the Republicans and all they're doing. And the Republicans, unfortunately, don't do it. They don't like. We don't want to push the filibuster. We're not in power. But I think this bill should pass. And John Cormack is right. Look, we have a right to protect ourselves. It's under our Constitution. We have the right to bear arms. And to be honest with you, I like that you can hide your firearm where nobody can see it. 'Cause look, think about this. In all these shooting situations, if the shooter sees a gun, yeah, he's probably going to be intimidated, but that's the first person he's going to go after too. If you can conceal your gun, hey, when they go to fire and they turn around, back, look, it's the same thing with, man, I'm trying to remember what state it was. I know it wasn't in Louisiana. One state, they had a guy that had a concealed carry gun. He was concealed carrying in the mall. Now, everybody blasted him. Oh, you broke the law. You went in there with a gun. He didn't show his firearm. Somebody that broke the law, too, walked in with a firearm, started shooting. When they looked back, guess what? There's a barrel pointing right at him. He was in trouble. He didn't know that was right there. And guess what? I think maybe one or two people got hurt. Not died, hurt. I could be wrong with that. But let's see. How does that work in states with strict gun laws or gun-free cities? Skunk, you talking about concealed carries? Because it depends on the state. If a state has a strict gun law and you have a concealed carry license, you're supposed to get a concealed carry license from that state. Now, constitutional carry states, you can walk around without a firearm, without any license. Like Louisiana, we are a constitutional carry state, meaning that we can carry firearms without a permit. Now, if we go to another state, you have to abide by that law. So that's the whole thing too. Skunk said he just followed. Craig, I just followed too. Skunk has 28. Skunk, I'm gonna have to go follow your page. So. Yeah, so we got a lot going on. All right, so one more story, then we're going to wrap this up and go home. I think I brought this out earlier in the show. Remind me in the chat if I did. But the Daily Caller brought out a story talking about 9 lawmakers who out-traded the next quit. I'm trying to pull the article up right now. Let's see if it works. Again, I'm having technical difficulties out the wazoo today. All right. Yeah, so meet the 9 lawmakers who out-traded Nancy Pelosi in the stock market last year. So the S&P 500 index, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi outperformed the S&P 500 index by nearly 200% in 2024, but she fell behind 9 of her congressional colleagues. Pelosi's portfolio, 70.9 increase from December 29th of 2023 to December 30th of 2024, with nearly triple the S&P 500's 24.9 returns. Ladies and gentlemen, these politicians ain't corrupt. Got insider trading, knowing what's going on, and you wonder why they're billionaires when they get out of office. People are not just paying them. They're making money on the stock market. They know when something's going to go up, and they know when something's going to go down. And it's funny. Look, we had this whole debate a while back with Nancy Pelosi and her husband making millions and millions of dollars. But surprisingly, she ain't the only one. But it fell well behind those of Republican North Carolina Representative David Russo and Democrat Florida Rep. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who saw returns of 149% and 142%. See, it's just not Democrats, it's Republicans. And you wonder why certain Republicans vote against Donald Trump. You wonder why certain Republicans do certain things. And you're like, man, they're Republicans. Why do they do? Because they're corrupt too. They're called rhinos. Topping the list of members of Congress, Democrat Oregon Senator Ron Wyden and Republican Texas Representative Roger Williams and Democrat Kentucky Representative Margaret McGravy. Portfolios also saw double digits, rising 123.8, 111.2, and 105.8 in 2024, respectively, according to finance data platform Unusual whales. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't think the Democrats and Republicans are bad? I said this. Look, I'm not. I vote majority Republicans, but I'm not all keen on them either. Why these people make so much money? Because they know what's going on, and they. I'm just being honest with you. They there's a lot of corruption up in Denmark, and we need to get it fixed. Saying. Let's look at the chat one more time before we wrap this up and go home. Then we're gonna go to handy news. Again, been live for an hour and 10 minutes. So a little longer episode. If you just tuning in on Rumble and you like, oh, we missed it. Well, I'm gonna try to repost it later on and see what happens. But at the same time, I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube. I'm gonna be uploading it to Apple and to Spotify and all the other good sites, and also Facebook. I try to get Facebook as much as possible if I have time. So. But yeah, let's go look at the chat. And if you want to be part of the chat, this is going to be live. These shows are live on Rumble. Well, they're live on Rumble somewhat because I pre-record and then we release it later on. But how? So with the gun laws, talk about. Thank you very much. In my Elvis Monty Craig, you're gonna have to come on and give us that voice. Every state should be a constitutional carry. Definitely not carry. It should, but it's not, unfortunately, because you have left-leaning nuts running certain states. I wish I could post here like in Gab. It would be a rather active account if so. Hey, go ahead and do it. Throw it at me. I am so sorry I have been quiet. I've been trying to listen, but hubby got up. Hey, you got to take care of the husband, Minnie. Got to take care of the husband. Let's see. I'm trying to find the next comment. I am also trying to be quiet. Yeah, so we read that. Mini ball. That at times, yeah. Minnie, I got a husband up and you got smashed. Whoo, that caught me off guard. Anyway. The thumbs up and not him. LOL. Did he thank you? And I'll be already have the. Okay. Anyway, so that's it for the show today, guys. And we're gonna end on that note. Minnie, I know you say you didn't, but apparently we're trying to blast all your business out here. Anyway, so that's it, guys. That's going to wrap up the show today, and we're going to be watching for all the news and everything until next week. Monday is coming up. This Sunday, guys, try to go to church. Find a good Bible-believing church and worship the Lord and our Savior together. Remember that Jesus Christ is King, and He's coming back, and He's coming back soon, so don't be faint of heart, because Jesus has overcome the world. If you want to know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, you can always reach out to me at the Isaac Hayes Show .wordpress.com or reach me at thecajunconservative5@gmail.com, and I will tell you how to make Jesus your Savior and heaven your home. This show, top priority, is winning souls for the Lord Jesus Christ and the show of Christian character. And sometimes I almost let it slip today, but hey, we got it. The dark eyes that came out, but hey, I'm going back to the light. JJR said, you just got a follow, Isaac. Winnie Wild knows what's up. JJR, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Again, stay tuned for the raid on Handy News, guys. We'll be going right to that. Skunk, I agree with you. Christ is King. He's Lord of Lords, and one day He's going to rule and reign throughout the whole world. And I can't wait. No more politicians. No more elections. We're just going to have King Jesus for all eternity. Again, with that being said, thank you, guys. Have to get going. Be blessed. Be encouraged. You have a good one. We will see you next time here on the Isaac Hayes Show. Be blessed. Wrong button. Wrong button again. There we go.
and gangs know that it's coming. So it is very interesting, and I can't put together those pieces and tell you guys definitively one way or the other, and it hurts that I can't because it's still so new. But yes, Isaac Hayes Show rating the stream, bringing a bunch of
I hope it didn't do what I think it did.
faces to us to hang out this morning.
I bet it did that. Oh crap.
Yes, we know the wonderful company. We covered that one yesterday.
I'll have to download it. Okay. Whew. Say you just got a follow, Isaac. Winning knows what's up. JGR, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay. It just didn't upload yet.